News segment time. The news. News scene. Camera, please. Bingo. Wow, we look clear there. I guess maybe it's just how low res the freaking camera is.
Oh, see, yeah, now you can grab the little crossbar.
I don't want to screw this up. I have it like I like where it's set. Anyways, let's look at our news here. Jeff Bezos of Blue Origin sues NASA over denied moonlander contract. So, okay, want to know the context behind this?
Yeah.
So maybe I talked about this, but basically, so NASA is contracting out the Artemis mission, the ones we're going to go to the moon 2024.
Yeah.
They're contracting out the lander.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be 2 companies.
Yeah.
However, SpaceX was so cheap, so fast, and could do the whole thing less than anybody else. NASA was just like, why are we going to split this between 2 companies? And it was just like, SpaceX, you're doing it all. And SpaceX won the contract.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff was just like, wait, this isn't fair. This doesn't seem right. There's supposed to be 2 companies.
Mm-hmm.
He even like told NASA, like, I'll pay $2 billion of the research myself. So I'm also thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, how much was this originally? Second, how much less did SpaceX offer? That $2 billion is a good deal. Like, oh my God, how big is this contract that the U.S. government is just like, here? I don't know. But the point is, Jeff is angry. he's suing SpaceX. But like, here's the thing. So like, it's gonna go to court soon. The thing is, like, it's in my opinion, I don't think he's gonna win, because NASA has a watchdog, has a branch of the government that's supposed to, like, their job is to make sure that NASA does these contracts fairly and equally. Oh yeah, here it is, Government Accountability Office. Okay. And Jeff sent a complaint when they filed this, and when he did like the $2 billion one, still got denied. He filed a complaint, and the GAO is just like, suck it up, Buttercup. It is what it is. You lost. Oh, it was Friday the 13th. I didn't even realize that.
Wow, recent.
Yeah, why? Why does he want? What is he gonna gain by this? But like, and like, so we'll go to Twitter. So like, Elon Musk has been just like ripping this guy ripping apart, has been ripping on this whole thing. NASA started SpaceX lunar lander payments. Hopefully, and trust SpaceX team will work fast. Probably, expect to have the lunar starship ready to land humans in 2024, despite other delays. Elon probably sooner. So like, that's the thing. Like, Elon's like, so it's actually a thing I want to. I don't have the chart, but there was a chart talking about how many companies are working on the spacesuits that go to 2024, and that's actually the major thing that's holding back development. It's because there's like 30 companies working on the spacesuits.
Why can't they use the same thing we used in Apollo to keep it simple?
Oh yeah, great idea. Let's just reuse Apollo uniforms. But anyways, so they're basically they have like 20 some odd companies working on these spacesuits, which is when they're not communicating, and it's causing development delays. Elon's just like, you want me to develop that too? We'll do it faster, better, and cheaper.
Oh my gosh.
But he's not, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Elon does have people working on the Starship, like 24/7.
Yeah.
They literally they're working on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, I mean, is it the most ethical thing in the world? Hard to say. So
Cuban.
It says Dogecoin is the strongest cryptocurrency as a medium of exchange. My butt. I've been saying this for a while. No. No. 2-story restaurants of the future. Demolition Man is coming true. I am assuming that's a movie.
Oh, I remember that Taco Bell also wanted to have like their bank thing.
Oh yeah. So you just like send your card up, and then your food comes back.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
A taco bank.
I've heard about that. Where is he had a? Oh yeah. So like people are talking about the sad thing is this isn't even if Santa Claus suddenly made their hardware real for free. The first thing you'd want to do is cancel it. Yeah, so that's what he's saying. Like this guy is like Blue Origin is upset because like look how complicated this is going to be to get it to orbit because you need like a bunch of these refueling boosters to fill the one so we can get to the moon.
Oh, to get it to the moon?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it would require 16 of these launches. The thing, but I mean, it's fully reusable. That's the thing. And it's also, this thing isn't meant to go to the moon. It's meant to go to Mars. So, it's also like, look how big it is compared to a person.
Yeah.
It means huge. Well, anyways, so like, people are like, so they're riping on him, and then Elon's just like, yeah, but their hardware isn't even real. It doesn't exist. Their hardware, it's fictional.
Wait, that's the Blue Origin craft? Or
no, this is SpaceX.
No, the diagram.
No, that's SpaceX.
Oh.
But he's saying Blue Origin, who wants the other half of this contract, doesn't have hardware. They have this model of what their lander would look like, but they don't.
Where's their model?
He doesn't have a picture on here.
Oh, okay.
But here it is. It's just a model.
That's their like
idea for what the lander is going to look like. Somehow this wasn't convincing, referring to the fact that again NASA doesn't want to use Blue Origin. So it's like, yeah, because they don't have any actual like. They don't have anything. All they've built is the penis rocket.
Yes. Yeah. I watched the PewDiePie video on that. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Did no one ever bring it up to the design manufacturers that Jeffrey, I gotta
Jeffrey Bezos. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it.
So Jeffrey, I got a bone to pick with you. What do you think of this?
Speaking of bone.
Speaking of bone.
Not to speak lightly, but it looks like a giant penis. You compensating there, bud? Oh, that's like the, oh my god. You gotta see this. Have you seen this image?
Iguana? What?
He's eating an iguana.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea what the context behind this is, but he's eating an iguana.
He needs to go into hot ones. I need more context.
Oh yeah, here's him next to the penis rocket. Here's its head.
Here's head.
Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah.
Yep, the penis rocket. Penis 1, I'll call it. Anyways, so yeah, Jeff ate an iguana, which is
why did you bring this up?
Because it was just funny. Oh. We're talking about him building a penis rocket, but he literally ate an iguana. So I don't know if you can trust this man. Moving on though, so yeah. Very interesting stuff going on. The fact that the U.S. So, like, I want to talk about this. The U.S. has so many companies bidding for, like, these NASA contracts, right?
Yeah.
And, like, then there's other countries that don't even have space programs or, like, are just, like, barely getting missiles into the air, right?
Yeah.
Then here's the U.S. where we're just, like, we got, like, 8 people wanting to build rockets. Do we let them? I just saw another company. They're 3D printing rockets and rocket parts. And they're going to build a rocket.
Fantastic did a video on that.
Yeah, that's the one I watched. Oh. And so I don't think they're going to make it. I think they'll get bought out by either Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think they'll get bought out by one of those guys.
Yeah.
I guarantee you their 3D printing technology, Elon's probably just like, I want that.
That's mine.
Except, well, see, that's the thing, though. I don't know why he didn't think about 3D printing the Starship. But, I mean, if cold-rolled stainless steel is better, I guess, maybe he did think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea. But, or maybe you can't.
I'm sure he had a team round the clock that thought about it and were like, yeah, no, we're sticking with this.
We're sticking with cold-rolled stainless steel. Yeah. What was crazy? So like this thick, the ship on there, those walls looked really thick.
Heat shield. You want it to melt away?
No. On the Vertassium video, the walls of that rocket looked very, very thick. But the guy's like, it's thinner than a pop can, theoretically. But I'm like,
what?
Yeah, I mean, once you scale it up.
Oh, when you scale it up?
Yeah, but I'm like, it still looks really thick, though. Like,
well, that same analogy applies to the Earth. Literally, the skin of an apple, I mean, I had never done the math on it, so I trust the sources that say it. But if you blew an apple up to the size of the Earth, apparently the thickness of the skin of the apple is analogous to the thickness of our atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
Holy crap.
I've never done the calculation, but apparently the thickness of the apple peel, if the apple is blown up to the size of the Earth, the thickness of the peel, the thickness of the skin is analogous to our atmosphere.
That's a thick skin.
62 miles.
That's a thick skin. And it's like probably only a few cells, you know.
Yeah.
I guess cells are pretty big, so. Well, anyways, either way, it looks really thick in the photo, so I was just like,
with 2 C's.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm also just like, it was weird. They're kind of like, we're gonna produce as many rockets as possible, and that'll how they'll overcome costs. Instead of reusing them, they're just gonna make them as cheap as possible. And I'm like, but why? Just make it reusable, like Elon.
Or not.
Or not. Whatever. Do whatever
you want. You do you. It's 2021. You do you.
You know, they talk about the 16 Starship launches to refuel, but I wonder how long it'll be before they just use like the moon as like a way to refuel rockets. Because like the thing about the moon will be, what if they build like they build like a second stage, right? That we put on the moon, right? And then it can launch full first stages that we filled on the moon. Fill that, because like it doesn't take much to get into orbit from the moon, so it would, and then it might not even have to fuel this second stage at all. That it can just push it out into orbit, because you can go single stage to orbit on the moon pretty easily.
Really?
Yeah. So like I would assume.
That seems like a lot of extra fuel to lug around, though, right?
But I mean, it's full, so like then you ship it to Earth. So then, when you want to ship astronauts to Earth, comes up.
One single stage?
Well, so it'll be 2 stages, because like they'll send the full second stage.
Because usually you have a stage to get you out of the atmosphere, and they have another stage so you can leave Earth's orbit.
Yeah.
And then your third stage is what lands on the moon.
Well, Elon's cutting out the third stage. But, see, he has to refuel all those rockets in orbit. You saw the diagram, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if, on the moon, we fill up one? We fill it up on the moon. And then you only need... We'll do 2 stages so that the second stage can stay completely full.
Yeah.
So we get it up into orbit. We get it so that it's going to get in orbit around the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And then we break off that first stage.
Yeah, then you need a stage to leave Earth's orbit.
Well, it doesn't need to leave Earth's orbit. It just goes, docks with the Starship.
Oh, fills up?
Fills it up. It won't obviously need to fill it up completely because it still have some fuel in it. Yeah. Or maybe not. I have no idea what
Elon's and then you go to the moon.
And then that stage goes and lands back on Earth.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
What you could do is almost send like a rocket out first, like a satellite rocket that carries its own fuel. So now, then on your return mission, you won't need to take return fuel because you could just leave the moon's orbit, leave the moon's gravitational pull to get into orbit, and then build up at the lunar satellite.
Yeah, I think the best bet is just to make some sort of station orbit around the Earth and the moon for refueling.
Yeah.
I think that's just the best options. And then, like, make a rocket.
Land a big old tank on the moon.
And then make rockets specifically designed to carry as much fuel as possible.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But, like, we're talking 2040s. Because then we're talking, like, the Mars missions here. So we're talking, like, mid-2030s before something like that's ever even, like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you think about it, though, like, 20, 30 years from now, we're going to be looking at, like, how many, like, refuels it took to get people to the moon.
And we'll all be driving around in our self-driving cars.
Well, no, but also we're just going to be like, wow, that was so ridiculous how many launches we had to do when all it took was just... But, like, why didn't we just build the space station sooner? Seems so crazy. Just like how now we're just like... well, in the future, we're going to be, like, look how now we're just looking at how people have to, like, crank their cars to start. It's like, why?
Yeah.
That seems ridiculous.
I saw a video Veritasium did about self-driving cars. Have you seen it?
Probably.
But, like, he made it sound like, they're right around the corner. It's not, like, 10 years away. It's, like, basically now.
Oh, that was the Mercedes thing, wasn't it?
Well, I don't think it was Mercedes. It was, Waymo. Waymo. Or something like that.
Yeah, well, and you were the one who's been like, oh, it's gonna be 2050s, but
no, I'm
telling you, it's a lot. It's developing a lot faster than you thought.
Yeah, well, I guess I had no idea where the progress was until now. It's like it's here.
Yeah, I mean, the Teslas are like they're almost there.
Yeah,
they just need to work out.
I think it'll be a while though before it'll be like any road conditions.
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm still like, can this thing drive us down the interstate in a whiteout, or is it just gonna park on the side of the road and say screw you?
It's perfect for the interstate on a sunny day. It's perfect for highway roads on a sunny day. Even normal traffic.
Even a little rainy day.
Yeah, but I don't know about snowy conditions. I don't know how it handles.
I don't know how How are you ever gonna get a car to work in snow conditions?
Yeah.
I can't see it. I mean, electric cars are different since they have all-wheel drive pretty much, and they're so much heavier. So they might have a lot more traction, and they're going to have traction. I guess the thing is that a computer could definitely, if a computer can get behind the wheel, I feel like it could react much quicker than a human can. Yeah, so it'll never skid because it'll know a skid's about to happen before you would ever feel it.
Yes, and so in that sense. Once they can get the programming down and get the algorithm just right,
when there's a skid,
it will be better than a human in almost any condition.
That's what I'm waiting for, so that we can go to Beast Burger without ever.
Because one of the things that was kind of cool is it literally makes predictions about its environment. It's
too bad we can't.
Because in the video, he was riding around in a self-driving car. And there was a guy with a cart about to cross. Well, he didn't cross the crosswalk, but the car sensed him approaching a crosswalk. He kept going past it, because it was over by Supercenter or whatever, So you can go across the crosswalk, get in the parking lot, or you can keep going around the building. He kept going around the building, but the car stopped, thinking he was going to go through the crosswalk.
Hey,
and so it was prepared.
Pedestrians will finally be able to feel safe.
Yeah, it literally came to a stop because it's this guy's probably going to cross. Oh no, we're good.
Yeah, see, people don't do that. People don't even freaking care. They're just no, there's a guy that shot her. Gun it!
Gun it! He can wait.
He can wait.
Or you have people like me that now you wait.
Yeah, so it's going to
shields.
You're going to wait for me.
You're going to wait for me. Pedestrian has right of way.
Yeah, that was that lady she looked angry at us.
Pedestrian has right away. I should have screamed that. Pedestrian has right away.
Oh, that was me walking to the parking lot, wasn't it? The car behind me, wasn't it? Or what was the context for that? I was where was I walking? Or
we were going to Shields. You were on the other side. You were already walking into the building, and I went some other route, and I crossed the route, the crosswalk.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There was another lady,
and the car wasn't going to wait for you, but you ran out anyways because I told you, fuck them.
And you said there was some lady some girl, whatever, she's like just sipping her juice, just like, what's this idiot doing?
Yeah, she didn't look too pleased with I swore. Oops. All right. I'll have to remember 43.
What?
Oh, I swore.
Oh. Leave it in.
Honestly, as long as there's no name drops, I don't even care about swearing. I'm just going to leave the swearing in. So it's just name drops at this point.